Good afternoon. I'm Larry Kamer, and this is my channel, The Fly Tying Philosopher, where I like to discuss ideas while tying flies. In the last video, I proposed a project that I'm going to start today, and that is minimalizing the number of flies that I have and utilize on the stream. I narrowed it down to 9. So I'm going to tie a futsu, a sakasa, and a hanryu, which is kind of like a dry fly pattern, a wet fly, and a weighted nymph pattern. I will show the tying on, or I'll append to this video, because I discovered in the past that the tying and trying to talk at the same time was a difficult thing to do, and my speech was hesitant and with a lot of pauses and ahs in it and so forth when I would switch between talking about an idea and a fly tying. So the some viewers suggested the macro photography of the tying process, so I have done that. I wanted to show you briefly my setup. I use my sitting room, and all my equipment is able to be broken down and moved and stored. So I film and then break it down, and that'll show along on the bottom of this frame also. I did pick colors. I was curious about doing a light colored fly and then a medium colored fly and a dark fly. So what I did is I finally got my wool. This one is oyster, and that's the one I decided on. I was torn between that and some more yellowish forms. I'm going to use pink thread with it, and my wife thinks that's real unusual, but I think it goes along with it pretty well. For the middle color, leprechaun, this variegated green spindrift wool with a bright fluorescent green thread, and then for the dark one, it's called paprika, and it's a reddish blue variegated form with red thread also, and I think that they'll look pretty nice. So today we're going to start on the first one. I had some photographs of a fly fisherman on the stream, and I was watching him for maybe 15 or 20 minutes while I was sitting on the shore getting my equipment together. And there were some things that I noticed that impressed me. His movement in the water was smooth, stealthy. He was casting. He was fly fishing with a traditional rod. He hooked into a nice little fish, and he landed it. And the thing that impressed me about that is that his movements were smooth, fluid, controlled. And it reminded me of Tai Chi. You've seen groups of people doing Tai Chi in the park, and that also is a smooth, controlled movement. And I recall that prior to the pandemic, I actually did some Tai Chi, almost 2 years of it, and I really enjoyed it. Tai Chi means ultimate fist, and is actually a Chinese uh, of Chinese origin. The theory behind it is that you try to influence the eternal flux of yin and yang through movement, breathing, and meditation. The purpose of which predominantly is health, also some spirituality, um, and martial arts. Matter of fact, my instructor, Leon Coleman, was a martial arts expert in a number of styles, but he used Tai Chi as a foundation for a lot of his martial arts moves, because Tai Chi does concern itself with movement and breathing and thoughtful processes, and it's actually considered an internal energy system. I've read several books in this area in addition to practicing for a bit. Um, One, if you're really interested in it, is by Kenneth Cohen, and it's The Way of Qigong. Now, Qigong preceded Tai Chi and has probably more of an emphasis on health and breathing and physical condition. One of the best things I read was Scholar Warrior, and that's by Deng Ming Dao. And this is an excellent book. Older, hard to come by, but worthwhile. There was one practice called Tai Chi walking. Not only do you learn forms in Tai Chi, set choreographed forms, but there's other practices like Tai Chi walking. And there's a video on YouTube by Ron Costa, which shows a Tai Chi walk, and it's pretty fascinating. So, applying this to Tenkara, then, we can see in the stream movement, control, casting, fly presentation, fly manipulation, landing a fish, all of them done kind of like a ballet, like a Tai Chi demonstration that you would see in the park. So I would encourage you to think about those kind of things as you practice Tenkara on the stream, and hopefully that will improve your enjoyment. Alrighty, today I'm going to, I think, tie this little nymph and with oyster wool yarn and pink thread and peacock herl, and it's on a beaded size 12 barbless hook. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, and see you the next time. Thanks.